Hey, Hound Dogs.
I'm David Hankins,
I'm Paul Hankins.
and we're doing something special today.
That's right. We are going to stream PT. It's a rare horror game. It's been, I don't know, delisted and deleted for a few years, but I happen to have a copy. Still on my PS4.
All right.
So if the audio levels are fine, then switch over here, turn that on, and we'll start. I'll be providing some relevant commentary
All right.
as best as I can. Yes, I should watch this through there.
All right.
Alright, so we first wake up in a concrete room. If there's any lagging, I'm playing this through remote play. Okay. Wait a minute. Is this the final loop? Does it have a flashlight? Yeah, okay, I think... Okay, somehow I loaded on the final loop instead of the first one. So... my mistake there. Okay, that was the first... baby laugh. Okay, when we finish this, I'm gonna play through it again.
Okay.
So it's fair that way. Okay, so now I have to say a J sound to get the second laugh. Let's wait a little bit. And I'm gonna say Kojima. Anything with a J sound should be working. This is a little embarrassing, but this is, you know, consistently inconsistent. Also, hi, Iron Fortitude, and hi, Rachel.
Hey. Thanks for joining us. Ooh, spooky.
Alright. So, Kojima. J. It's gonna happen at some point, guys. What's a specific J sound? Yeah, someone did this like big galaxy brain research and came to Jareth somehow. They determined that you were supposed to do it at a specific moment in time, which is kind of near the tail end of a haunting, which comes up every so often. I don't know why they made it so you had to have a mic connected for this part. Okay, give me a second. Let me try closing it and launching it. But now the microphone is in
The controller.
It's in the controller. You hear all the audio, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, well, there's the bloody bag in the corner, which you normally see at the end of the game. Finish one more time. Yeah, right, we got this. Okay. So you wait for the clock to strike midnight.
What is the magical thing about the second baby cry?
Hmm?
Why do there have to be 2 baby cries?
There has to be 3.
3.
Yeah. First one is you wait for the clock to strike midnight, and you walk 10 steps forward. Then you have to say a J sound into a plugged-in microphone. I'll trigger the second one. This will vibrate like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
When it stops, you stare at the phone, and you hear a voice that says you have been chosen. Okay, clock struck midnight, so now I gotta move 10 steps in any direction. Hear anything?
Bell ringing. Baby cry.
First one. Okay, no. Kojima. Kojima. J. Kojima. Jareth. J.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh. Controller is vibrating.
Okay.
When it stops, the phone's gonna ring.
There's the baby.
Third one. Just got it.
You've been chosen.
And now we get to see what this whole thing is about.
Dad was such a drag. Every day he'd eat the same kind of food, dress the same, sit in front of the same kind of games. Yeah, he was just that kind of guy. But then one day he goes and kills us all. He couldn't even be original about the way he did it. I'm not complaining. I was dying of boredom anyway. But guess what? I will be coming back, and I'm bringing my new toys with me.
So PT stands for playable trailer.
Playable teaser.
Teaser. Sorry.
Okay. All right, so we are going to now start from the beginning. Because the point was to show the whole thing.
Right. That's fine.
All right, so we now wake up in a concrete room. Okay, so before I continue, I should probably mention this. So at the end was the splash for Silent Hills. The unfortunate part is that Konami and Kojima kind of had a falling out, so Silent Hills got canceled. So there hasn't been a new Silent Hill game for years. But right now Kojima is working on a new project. So people are hoping it's a horror game in the vein of PT or Silent Hill,
Right.
which would be awesome. Now the same people that they showed in the credits, Kojima, Del Toro, Norman Reedus, still were able to work together in Death Stranding, which personally I liked. But anyway, let's move on to PT.
Okay.
So first, we wake up in a concrete room. Can't see anything over there. So, we're now in this hallway. Get used to it.
Children by their husband and father. The father purchased the rifle used in the crime at his local gun store 2 days earlier. This brutal killing took place while the family was gathered at home on a Sunday afternoon. The day of the crime, the father went to the trunk of his car, retrieved the rifle, and shot his wife as she was cleaning up the kitchen after lunch. When his 10-year-old son came to investigate the commotion, the father shot him too. His 6-year-old daughter had the good sense to...
So as you see, we went to the end. It's now the same hallway again. So it still looks fairly normal, right? So we also have it running on the TV over there in case we need to adjust
Yes.
anything. Yes, hype in the chat. Okay, so on the door, after the banging, the door opens. Third loop. Okay, third loop, I believe I can start to collect pieces of this picture. Let's see. Yep. Okay, I know where all of them are. Second one, there's 6.
What's the significance of the picture?
If you collect the 6 picture pieces, then you're able to pass this one section without getting spooked. Yes, there are jump scares, but only if Lisa possesses you. If I get all 6 pieces, then you are able to get past this one section without her possessing you. Okay, so the last puzzle piece is hidden in here.
Where was that?
In the pause menu.
Oh.
So now we zoom in on the picture.
Okay.
And that should be enough. So now when we get to a later loop, we will not be possessed and we will not see the jump scare.
Is that picture the wife?
There's a picture of Lisa,
Lisa.
who is the ghost that haunts this house.
Okay.
4th loop. Oh, look, freedom. What's that? It's empty. Okay, so just prepare. I have to zoom in here. That was a glimpse of Lisa.
All right.
And we may now leave the corridor.
It's a weird-shaped house.
Yeah, it's an L-shaped hallway.
Yeah.
You only see this hallway. 6th loop. Roaches. Everywhere. Which loop is this? I just... 7th loop. We now enter the bathroom. Flashlight. Then we're supposed to deal with something in here. No scares, but I believe there's supposed to be a haunting at some point. Oh yeah, there's also a fetus in the sink. There it is. Oh no, that's Lisa trying to get in. She won't, but she sure is trying. Door is now open. Push against it again. We can now leave. Yes, it is worse than the roaches.
It sounds like news because it repeats itself over.
Don't touch that dial.
Alright, check this out.
Just getting started. Retrieve the rifle. Shot his wife.
So as you can see, we can now leave this loop without getting spooked by Lisa. But the fun doesn't stop. I believe something is going to fall here. There's Lisa again. but we can leave. Things continue to change. Hanging fridge.
Killing his family, his father hung himself with a garden hose they had in his garage.
Now the fridge is swinging. Yes, the fridge is a nice add-on. Okay. Supposed to be... Oh yeah, there's a puzzle here. I hear them calling to me from... You see this hello?
Uh-huh.
The letters are moving. Just keep doing that. Just one more time. We may now move on to the next loop. I think. If the fridge got replaced... Yep, the fridge got replaced with a swinging red light. Now, this is very different. We're now moving very fast, like Sonic the Hedgehog. Now we look for a peephole on the right side. Here we go. Line myself up, and... Sorry, I'm moving really fast. So I have to do this.
I'm talking well-refined, outstanding folks got their welfare cut, got their jobs pulled out from under us.
You can probably take a guess what's happening off screen. Okay, so now if we want to, we can go into the bathroom and listen to the fetus berate us, or we can keep going. What would you rather?
Well, I don't know. I've never seen a... Well, I'm not sure I want to see a fetus berate us, but we should probably...
You got fired, so
We
you
can just
drowned
listen.
your sorrows in booze. She had to get a part-time job working a grocery store cash register. Only reason she could earn a wage at all is the manager liked how she looked in a skirt. You remember, right? Exactly 10 months
This is
back.
the fetus talking to you?
Yes. Because if you look down in the sink during that part, the fetus's mouth is matching what it's saying.
Wow.
And of course, now we have slowed all the way down. We just keep walking until... Come on. hallway changes back to normal.
Okay, yeah, it was weird.
Next loop. Now, if this is the one I think it is, the door will be closed. Yes. And I shouldn't be able to open it. Yep, okay. So now we just wander around until something happens. It won't take long for that thing to happen, but it will happen.
Alright.
Yep. Here we go. We just hang out here until
Something happened.
well, it's glitching out.
Right.
204863. 204863. 204863. 204863. 2048.
I'm heading there now. Ah, so I got the red screen this time.
Okay. What's the significance of the red screen?
There are a few different fake loading messages,
Okay.
and that was one of them.
Okay.
As you can see, the game restarted.
Okay.
But this means we are now in the final loop.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try my best again.
Oh, this is where we started.
Yeah, or we accidentally started. I'm gonna have the volume up on the TV over there just so I make sure I know. Okay. There's a bloodied bag here. And sometimes if you stare at it, it will repeat what the loading message said. The gap in the door is a separate reality. Are you sure the only you is you? This time my flashlight color is red. As far as people are concerned, the color of the flashlight doesn't have any actual significance. But people have seen it white, red, blue, or I want to say green or yellow during this loop. But this time I got red. Also, while I'm waiting for the clock to strike 12, fun fact, someone hacked the game and discovered that your character model was Norman Reedus the whole time. This is with the bathroom mirror. They made it dirty enough that you couldn't see. Wait.
Are you relying on me again to tell you if the baby
Well,
cries?
I can kind of hear it over
Okay,
there.
alright. So
Also, it's kind of funny with the first laugh. I've had better luck when it was after the sounds had passed. But let's see. It'll happen. If this fails, it'll be less embarrassing now because we're at the end. First lap. Now, gotta say some J stuff. Got the mic plugged in. Controller. So, will Kojima work this time? We've been through this before. J. Are we gonna have to wait for the haunting? Not the haunting again. If it comes down to it, I will restart this loop again, but with the mic plugged in. Kojima. J. Kojima. I believe that was the second one. So we do not move at all.
It was vibrating.
Yep. We let it finish. Triggered the third lap. Get rid of the phone.
You've been chosen.
And now we have once again finished the demo.
Deja vu all over again.
I will just let this play again.
Dad was such a drag. Every day he'd eat the same kind of food, dress the same, sit in front of the same kind of games. Yeah, he was just that kind of guy. But then one day he goes and kills us all. He couldn't even be original about the way he did it. I'm not complaining. I was dying of boredom anyway. But guess what? I will be coming back, and I'm bringing my new toys with me.
And that was PT. So what did you think of it?
That's interesting. It wasn't really too scary. We didn't watch the fetus talk. That might be really weird. But otherwise, it's all right.
Yeah, I thought actually showing that might not have gone over well. But it's interesting to still own a piece of gaming history.
Right.
Do you have any questions?
So this is obviously recapping. This is for a game that never actually happened.
Yes.
And do we know why they had the falling out?
Well, personally, I would say we don't know the full story, but the kind of what's officially known is that Kojima apparently went over budget on Metal Gear Solid 5, and then I don't know how things went from there.
Okay. And Metal Gear Solid 5 came out while he was developing this?
Yeah. And the cancellation of Silent Hill has actually convinced Guillermo del Toro to kind of quit game development, because the 2 times he had tried to do it, everything fell through.
So he was sort of the bad luck charm. Huh, interesting.
Well, he just kind of decided he wouldn't be able to.
Well, I can see he tried a couple times. He probably doesn't want to keep trying it.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen for him. Huh.
Anything else you want to know?
Not really. I mean, it's you kind of want to see where the game would have gone, I guess.
Yeah. Based on the fact that it went to third person at the end, I would guess that the final game would have gone back to kind of the traditional Silent Hill style of gameplay, where it's third person, exploring the town of Silent Hill and solving puzzles and fighting symbolic monsters. But it would have had a signature Hideo Kojima twist to it.
Right.
And considering the horror mangaka Junji Ito would have done the monster designs, that would have been very fascinating to see.
Right.
Junji Ito does make a cameo in Death Stranding as a prepper.
Mm-hmm.
But again, even with all those people in the same room or same game, again,
right.
It's not quite the same thing.
Right.
And I would have, now that I played Silent Hill 2, I really would have liked to see what Silent Hills would have been like.
Right.
But until, I guess, NDAs expire, we'll never really know.
Right.
I will say here, while we're still recording, someone else, the same person that hacked the game to show Norman Reedus as the player character, also actually explored the town that is seen in that cinematic. So that was all real time.
Huh.
That wasn't pre-rendered.
Right.
So you could actually, if you hacked your PS4 the right way, which I'm not going to do because I don't want to risk losing this game, you could actually explore, you could actually walk through the streets and see a lot of detail that they technically didn't have to put in, but they went out of their way to put in.
Huh. Interesting.
And so you can see by the designs of the buildings, they even individually placed all the different elements, like including the air conditioners and the windows.
Huh. Nice touch.
And it even went so far as to render kind of close to a sewer system.
Okay. So you want to talk about your review of this?
Yeah, sure. So I reviewed this game on Trophy Unlocked, trophyunlocked.blogspot.com, as the blog's 1100th review. I picked that because it's 1100, so that's a big milestone, And I was also reviewing horror games for the month of October, so the stars kind of aligned on that one.
And this came out on, our review came out on Wednesday,
Yes.
so it's still fresh, easy to find on the book.
Wednesday at the time of this recording.
Right. Yeah.
I guess closing thoughts on PT. Of course, because I've played it a number of times now, the scares aren't, the same scare factor isn't quite there, but I will say the last time I did a practice run to see if remote play would work while streaming, the window falling actually did get me. So I forgot. It was like,
Jump scare is supposed to work that way.
yeah. But I still think it's one of the best horror experiences that I've had, at least for this console generation, because of how psychological and cerebral the whole thing is.
Right.
It doesn't go for the cheap jump scare, and the one that is there is easy to avoid. Of course, there are times where Lisa can possess you, but I managed to avoid every single time. If you're watching this on YouTube, leave a like if you like this. Subscribe if you want to see more Power Squared content, and ring the notification bell if you want to see exactly when these go up. And if you want to see more, if you want to see us play more games, or me play more games,
Me watch.
and he watch more games, then tell us in the comments.
All right. So until next time, I'm David Hankins.
I'm Paul Hankins, and
We'll see you.